Have you ever stopped to wonder how massive companies keep their digital worlds from just completely falling apart? Well, today we're diving into Active Directory. It's kind of like the invisible nervous system that organizes almost every corporate network you've ever used. So let's start with a little thought experiment about your own network. Okay, so think about it for a second. Your company's network, does it feel like a really well-planned city where everything has its place and it's easy to get around? Or is it more like a sprawling, chaotic village where finding anything is a bit of an adventure? This whole digital city idea is going to be key to understanding what's going on here. To really get why we even need a city planner in the first place, let's kind of rewind the clock to the digital Wild West. Just picture a company with, say, 1,000 employees. Every single one of them needs access to dozens of different digital tools just to get their job done. So in this world, every single resource, I'm talking your email, the shared files, that one printer down the hall that actually works, it all requires its own separate username and password. The result? You guessed it, a complete mess of sticky notes with passwords on them and a whole lot of forgotten credentials. And it gets worse. There's no phone book, no master list of who's who or what's what. If you need to find a coworker's contact info or figure out which server has the latest reports, well, you're pretty much on your own. There's just no single reliable source of truth for the entire company. Now, this isn't just annoying or inefficient. It is a full-blown security and management nightmare. I mean, how do you make sure someone's access is cut off the second they leave the company? How do you guarantee that only the finance team can see the sensitive financial data? It's basically impossible to manage at any kind of scale. And this is where our hero enters the story, Active Directory Domain Services, or what everyone just calls ADDS. Think of it as the master city planner for your company's digital world. It's a really powerful service that's built to store, organize, and give access to all the information flying around the network. Its whole job, its entire reason for being, is to take that digital Wild West we were just talking about and whip it into shape, to transform it into a logical, well-structured, and most importantly, secure city, a place where everything actually makes sense and is easy to find. So, the big question is, how does this digital city planner actually do it? How does it pull it off? Well, it all comes down to what you could call the city's master plan. It's the blueprint for how absolutely everything gets organized. You know, every good planner has their toolkit, and AD is no different. First up, you have the schema. Think of these as the city's zoning laws. They define what can even exist in our city. Then you've got the global catalog, which is basically a master map of everything everywhere. To navigate that map, you have the query mechanism, your built-in GPS system. And finally, the replication service makes sure that everybody's map is always up to date. Okay, let's zoom in a little on those zoning laws, the schema. What is it actually defining? Well, it sets the rules for every single object on the network. So user accounts, those are your residents. The computers themselves, those are the buildings. Printers become public services, and so on. This is how every little digital thing gets a clear identity and a purpose inside our city. All right, so that's the grand plan, the blueprint. But what does life actually feel like for a regular resident, for you, the user, living inside this well-organized digital city? Let's take a look at how it all comes together from your perspective. You know, this quote from Microsoft's own documentation pretty much says it all. Instead of having a pocket full of different keys for every door, you get one single powerful ID card, your username and password. And with that one credential, you can get into everything you're allowed to, no matter where it is in the city. No more fumbling for keys. I mean, the difference is just, it's night and day. In the Wild West, you're juggling dozens of passwords, you're struggling to find things, and you're dealing with security rules that seem totally random. But in the planned city, you've got one master key card, a central map to find anything you need, and security that's consistent and managed for everyone. It's just a way better way to work. So, if we put it all together, what is Active Directory? It's the single source of truth. It's the trusted phone book for finding people and resources. It's the master map for navigating everything, and it's the vigilant security guard making sure only the right people get through the right doors. And get this isn't some newfangled idea. Active Directory has been the bedrock, the absolute foundation of enterprise IT for over 25 years. For more than a quarter of a century, it's been the technology that has quietly and reliably powered the digital worlds of countless organizations all over the globe. And that really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. See, Active Directory was built to plan our digital cities back when they existed on servers in our own buildings, what we call on-premise. But today, those cities are all merging into these massive global clouds. So the question becomes, who are the new planners? And what will the digital cities of the future even look like?